welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're talking about another stock that actually fell significantly from last few weeks because of the whole situation that is happening and also what's going on with the company and why the stock price dropped and why I think the stock price is going to revive. And if you get in the right time, right position, you can actually make some good money. So let's talk about that stock. Before I get into the technical analysis, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It helps me keeps me motivated to bring this video to you guys, and hopefully you'll find something very informative off this, and maybe be able to make some money on these stocks, right? So let's talk about the stock. The company we're talking about is Fisker. This is the company that makes their electrical vehicle like Tesla, and they've been around for a while now. Their stock was available in 2018 for trading. So let's look at the company's market cap, which is 3.3 billion. It's a large company. It's not, by all means, not a small company. They do, on an average, the stocks that are traded for them is about 8 million stocks are traded for this company on a daily basis. Right now, they have reached about 2.5, which is the market still open. And the EPS, the earnings per share, is a negative 1.61, which is what they anticipated. And because of the supply constraints that everybody's facing, and they were hit with it hard, and they were not profitable, and their earnings were not. It was as expected, but it wasn't something that could give you a positive EPS, right? So let's look at the institutional banks. What are they holding for this company? They're holding about 53% of the ownership of this company, which means that they believe in this company, right? This is why you see a big number when institutional banks like, big dogs like State Street, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, all these investment firms, when they're invested in a company, you rest assured, this company has some value, right? So, and they also increased their position by 14 million. 87 of those companies bought in, and they increased their position by 14 million, and 35 of the companies sold out, but they didn't sell the whole thing. They sold only 3 million. So they're buying more, they're selling less. And that, again, the selling can actually happens because if there's a volatility in the market, big dogs will go ahead and they will take their profit and they will get back into position when they see it fit, right? And let's see what the analyst thinks about this stocks. The analyst think the stock is going to be around the lowest it could get to is $16. The average is going to be $23, which they think is a good price, and $30 they think is going to be the highest for the stock in next until April, like maybe the rest of the year, right? But we're going to do our own analysis and see where we are right now, where we could see an entry point if there's one, and where can it go from here, right? So I'm on a 4-hour chart right now, and I did draw up the trend lines here, and I did draw up the support and resistance. I have a support, which is sort of an ultimate support, meaning like if the stock was to drop from this current position, where would it go? The next stop, if the stock was to drop right now from $11, right, it would go to $9.39. If it drops from $9.39, let's say goes down to $9.35, the next stop is going to be, it's a free fall from there because that's their support that they had from last few months. And after that, it's sort of like a free fall, right? Then you let the stock go, and maybe it's going to go to, it's never going to go to zero. I don't think it's going to go below $9. I think $9 is the rock bottom for the stock. Right now, I do have pre-trend lines here, which sort of demonstrate, our support. We started on February 24th, and there's a resistance that was established on March 3rd. And the resistance I have is $12. The support I have is $10. So what I'm trying to say here is that if the stock fluctuates, it goes down to $10, it's going to bounce right back up, and it's going to go to $12, right? Now, if it goes down to $10 and goes to $12, a $2 gain, okay? If you're a swing trader, for example, and you're buying the stock, it's potentially $2 profit. But the only thing is you would have to see if the stock hits that $10 mark, then it's going to bounce right back up. And of course, when you see a stock hit that low, this is not, support and resistance should not be the only indicator that should be helping you, help you make that decision. You always want to have other RSI, for example. This is your relative strength index that shows you what the market pressure is. Market is trying to buy the stock, market is trying to sell the stock. Anything above 70 indicates the stock is being overbought. Anything below 30 is the stock is being oversold. When you have around 50, that's like when the stock is cruising and the same under the same support and resistance. Right now is at 44. Again, 44 between 40 to 50 and 40 to 55, you know, stocks usually cruise. But if it start declining and you have a moving average conversion diversion, which is MACD, started going down as well, the stock is definitely going to go. And then you want to wait and see whether it hits the support, and does it stay there? Does it come right back up? Does it go down? So when it hit the support at $10, right? So you got to mark this price down. So it's $10.07, 5 cents, for example. If it goes down to $10 even, you know, you give it a minute and see where does it go from there. If it goes down, you already know it's going to go to $9. So you don't jump in at $10. You wait and see if it goes back to $10 and let's say 20 cents. You already know it hit the support. It's going to go back to your resistance. The resistance is at $12 and around 19 cents. Okay. Let's say if this stock hits that $12 mark, it goes higher. The next stop is going to be $13. Now, I think $13, $12 are very pretty much is not far off in terms of, you know, I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. You know, you will have a couple of days because of the crisis that are happening with the, you know, energy stocks are booming. So everybody, what happens is that when energy stocks are booming, right, a lot of people will take the opportunity, because it's all about the opportunity. A lot of folks will take the money from different stocks and they will buy in that opportunity, and they will make their quick money, and they will come right back to the stock they think is a long-term stock. So I think this Fisker stock is a long-term buy. At the same time, you could also do a swing trade on it, which means you hold it for a few days. You see if the stock price rises $1 and you have enough shares, you could quickly get your $1 worth, and then, you know, get in again when it does drop a little bit again. But again, this is I think is going to stay between this support and resistance, which is $10 and $12 in next few days. And if it does cross that $12, the next stop is $13. And again, if you're looking for an entry point, you know, and look at the 200 moving averages for this. 200 moving averages is $15. All right. Stock is on a downward trend. We already know this. It's far off. Even the 50 periods, which means the last 50 days. I'm on a 4-hour chart, so it's last 50 periods. It's bouncing right back down, but it has a support, right? So I feel like next few days you will see this fluctuation between $10 and $12.20 or so. But if it started rising, the next stop is $13. And if you're willing to take some chance now, again, this is not a financial advice. This is something that I recommend for myself and my family and friends. If you were to, for example, get a few shares now and then let's say if it goes down even further, get a few shares there, you can average out the price. So let's say you get it at $11, so you get 2 shares at $11, you get 2 shares at $10, you can average it out and maybe it comes out to $10.50, right? 4 shares. So you could average out like that. But the stock eventually will revive. As we saw that analysts think the stock is going to revive to $30, which I also have the hard support here, resistance, for example, right here. I think so it was at $23 on November 16th. Okay. After that, the earnings came out, the stock started downward trend. Right here, this is way far off than their earnings when they launched the earnings. That was $18. So I think the $18 is very much seeable, doable in near future. So, you know, if you see the stock going down, I would definitely, even right now, I think the stock is not that bad. But I think, again, you don't have to jump in right now. You could always wait for it to come back to the support again, which is $10. And I would definitely get into this stock, you know, in $10 or $11. I mean, right now, to me, I bought a couple of shares. So I think that for me, it's a strong buy if you have the capital. And it's a long-term play. It's not a, you know, hot like energy stock right now. Everything is booming. So you know, there's not a lot of volatility here. Okay. It's a long-term stock, but definitely a good stock, something to be built for wealth. So this is my quick video for today. Hope you guys liked it. I'll be making more videos on different stocks. If you want to be able to get that information, please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll be posting more videos as such.